Greetings in your time zone. Sound check. Can you hear me? By Jacqueline Mudishan. Greetings in your time zone. How's everybody? Mulishani. Sound check. Can you hear me? By Jacqueline. Good evening. Sound check. Can you hear me? Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody? Mulishani. Ntozitwanyi Mwakalabwanji. Mama, good to see you. Good evening. Mwalibi Habuti. Let's play some music while we invite people. Bayuri Mudishani. Bapwasha Jacqueline, welcome, my first guest. We are live. Share, guys, new page. Itenyabantu. I'm going to play music while we share. Let's promote the page, guys. Share in your WhatsApp groups. I don't own the rights to the music. I am just playing the music. So I'm gonna play the music while we share. I don't own the rights to the music. Let me share. Mama, I see you. I'm just sharing.
Once upon a time, over 1,000 now very close. This was the bat in the 7 to Bamos. Friendship we have to yourself for those who say the picture man sabati says na makozi. Ikakosa bezo kongo la kona mula. Ma secret ni full yellow sinza kaulula. Kuli febezo pere kana nyula. Stresu zibati basakati kula. Masushi na saidi bambo no tonja. Abone miswe mani mana konda. Yelo taipa vikumo bati konta no shimekela kapanda kosa tibati zonda. Kani abo bantu ni bafeki masakati sapia ikasira keki think about it ini omweki banga kukabe pamukosi shuru ni koneki
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. We are on a new page. We are trying to share and invite people to the new page. So welcome, everybody. We have a lot of topics today. 3 main topics I want to talk about: the Zambian opposition and the attack of Kasonde and Zambian opposition, the attack of Kasonde, the Chingola disaster, and finally the sale of the gold mine. I think you have seen going around that the gold mine in Mpika has been sold. So I'm going to talk about that as well. So I'm just going to share in the groups, and I'm going to play another song and then we'll get started pretty soon. Mama Mary will join me. Queen Cotton will join me shortly. I'm playing another song and I don't own the rights to the music. So welcome. Thank you for liking, sharing, and following this page. This is same Ubuntu Forum page, but we are here. We are on a new page. We are on a new page, so welcome, welcome. I'll just play music while we are sharing, and we'll get started pretty soon.
Abasirikale b'amapanga yasuma twana twambwiri umubiri wa kopa omutima w'ama diamonds Impi. Sirensta ya kusaranga ya kumana. Kaisa mkuture paika. Sirensta ya kusaranga ya kuna. Kaisa mkutuze maika. Nishinabatekanya. Kwatite ubakalanya ngo. Ngaba iringanya. Kwatite ngabayiza mukulombe boti bayisefya nga pushi walokwa nga bati banakirire batekanye akimiko ilyatwasalileko kusala benatwa netibakaya tulandelako kanshibena mapange yabo yali yakuya kunonkelako bakashiteko jaketi 3 piece namapera fulu ayansapato bakatuminwe pizza chicken and chips koku na fanta bakanwineko bakasheke chicken shawama chiwe chibanzi ichapitoko bakochere putibon bakanwine po whisky bakapimbe kimikoshi na mafumo anyanta kukunganda ya mafunde balila pote balila banko kanshipena chabanyantako yonse ni mumapachero amwamona baisa pempula koni kitine nchitanga ya palama Sirensta ya kusaranga ya kumana baisa mkuture paika baisa mkutuze maika kwatite ubasakala nyongo ngabayiringanya tulimikando ichakunini na kechimba ichakubatwana pamikondo tapakokola bayamba nokukonta ifilayo tabafikirisha ifilayo ikwetwaten mapulankestia yabalali limitulala pesaka manine mabatiletwa kulaya limitulala kanuka misebo batile bakesasiba ndala mushalubira mwitumba mstedi batwebi byo bakabumba baitukaula jamasiri mumapika ifilayo tabafikirisha ifilayo ikwetwatendwa ifilayo tabafikirisha ifilayo ikwetwatendwa ifilayo tabafikirisha ifilayo ikwetwatendwa
Mama, WhatsApp groups. I can't share WhatsApp.
Okay, Mama. Welcome, Mama Murishani. Go ahead, Mama. Welcome, welcome viewers, welcome everyone. We are on the new page. Follow, like, share. We have 5 topics today. 5 topics. So the 5 topics are the attack of Kasonde Mwenda, the opposition in Zambia, the Chingola mine disaster, the sale of Mpika mine, and sex scandals. So I'm going to end with the sex scandals will be the last topic. Yes, we're going to talk about the sex scandals, the last one, and 5 topics, guys. So we get started with the first topic I want to discuss, and just follow me. If follow with me here. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. I'm not perfect. I stand to be corrected. So we have the 5 topics: the attack of Kasonde Mwenda, the Zambian opposition, the Chingola mine disaster, the sale of Mpika mine, and the sex scandals will be last. So I'll just talk about that, and then feel free to join me after I make my presentation. You are free to join me. And the topic that I want to talk about first is Kasonde Mwenda. We saw how the president for Economic Freedom Fighters, Comrade Kasonde Mwenda, was attacked by goons, by thugs. He was attacked by hired goons at the weekend. Him and his his colleague were attacked. I hope they are doing well and they have recovered from the beatings and the torture. And my comment on the attack on Kasonde Mwenda is we saw Jack Mwimbu come in and deny that that was a false claim, that Kasonde Mwenda was beaten. Jack Mwimbu has denied that claim. And my question is to the UPND government is, why did you not provide security to Comrade Kasonde Mwenda? He's a president of a fully registered party. And we have seen that the government has started providing security to other presidents of other political parties. Like Miles Sampa is receiving full police protection. Even Akafumba, the NDC, the failed coup attempt to hijack President Savoy's presidency. These people, led by a permanent secretary who is a civil servant, they tried to overthrow President Savoy Imboela at the weekend, and they had a police escort. My question is, why is this UPND government not providing police escort to Kasonde Mwenda and other presidents? So again, we are here to expose the double standards of this presidency, of the governance of UPND, because they say one thing and they do the other thing. Jack Mwimbu denied that Kasonde's allegations were false, but obviously Kasonde Mwende was beaten up and he went to the police. People saw him. He has witnesses who were there, and he recorded the whole thing on camera. So I think it is quite questionable for a minister to come and deny allegations of a victim. So that is another sad developing story in the government of Zambia, as this government will stop at nothing. They don't take responsibility to anything. They deny anything and everything, which is really sad. So moving on from the Kasonde Mwenda subject, I'm just asking the government of UPND to rule and preside over Zambians in truth. These politics of hide and seek, denying everything and taking no responsibility are just bad. It's because everybody knows the truth. The truth is out there. The truth has been captured. It's on camera. Videos are circulating, and then a whole minister comes to deny that. This does not look well on your government, sir. It does not look well on your government and the Zambia police in general. You are civil servants. I believe that, let us put politics aside when it comes to governance matters. Let us take the governance of this country seriously and put the governance of this country as priority over our political affiliation. So then the next moving on to topic 2, which is the opposition in Zambia. I want to talk about the opposition in Zambia because what is happening in Zambia is like we have so many people contending to run for presidency in Zambia. And then because of the numerous amounts of political presidents aspiring to be president, the UPND government has taken advantage of this situation. And we were informed yesterday, if you missed yesterday's live with the comrade Savoy Imboela and Olivia Piri, they actually mentioned some things which are like jaw-dropping, which are happening at registrar of societies there, where we were informed to say some statutory instruments have been signed concerning the operations of the registrar of societies, and these statutory instruments that were signed are actually taking effect. The registrar of society has been manipulated and is now under the wing of the UPND governance. And we have been talking about separation of power between government and the UPND. So we know now that the Registrar of Societies is being manipulated through a statutory instrument which was signed. I don't even know if it even went through Parliament. I think they used a committee to sign that SI, and you know, now they want this UPND government. They want to control who is running a political party, because I am told in that statutory instrument, the registrar of societies there have the power to ask political parties to provide the information to them. Now, for what good? For what purpose do the registrar of society have to do with the branches, the structures of these political parties throughout the country, you know? So we ask ourselves to say, why is this new Dawn government going at length to impose presidents on political parties? And I'm still coming here, follow here with me. Now we have seen that these politics that are being practiced by UPND, they are not strange to the world. It is a script. They are following a script of divide and rule, divide and conquer. When the opposition is divided, then they will take advantage of the confusion in order for them to stay in power and rule Zambia with impunity, because we have a divided opposition. Now, we saw that Miles Sampa was helped by the government to obtain PF presidency. And we say that because, you know, everything without matters being resolved in court, we have the speaker who was appointed by the UPND president actually recognize those, the Miles Sampa faction as the president and leader of opposition in parliament. And these are all mingalatos of divide and rule and imposing presidents who are actually operatives or they are agents of the current government. I am giving this as a background so you understand why I am talking about the opposition in Zambia. Now, the opposition, not only in Zambia, the governance structure that we have in Zambia is not unique to Zambia, but the governance structure which we have in Zambia is a worldwide system of governance where we have the ruling party and then we have opposition. Now, the point of oppositions, they are supposed to be gatekeepers of the constitution, to offer checks and balances, to make sure that whatever the ruling party is doing is for the benefit of the citizens. Mama, you can greet the guests before I proceed.
Ichungo pomkwai mwapoleni pomkwai konse kutupinde kobekele kanshi fwetu alibafya bansansa chilanshita ukumimona pakujoina kwenu na support yonse omuletu pela munganda ya mafunde kanshi inganda ya mafunde yabelako okwafuana okumona okutila bushechalo chesu cha Zambia chilendela pesa kuli bali abantu abayishiba obupi abashayishiba insambusha bona ngo abashayishiba ichalo ofochenda kanshi echo mwamwena bamayo bapumulo stumbeko abene abafikulira ensakwe abaya kumasukulu atali na epi ukusambira pafyo umuntu afiro kwate ensambusha ku chalo cha Zambia ifyo balondolola kuli bonse kanshi namukwata neshuko elikalamba nganshi ukumfwa ifire londololwa muri inganda ya mafunde ukupitira muri lulimi lwa Chibemba ukupitira muri bamama chikamoneka n'abali ku Kisokone n'abali ku Dundumwezi n'abali ku Mushi bonse abali mu mishimu lekana kwena kuti bakwata mu lubali lwa kumfwa ifire soswa mu nganda ya mafunde kanshiro tuleso sapa ngashala kwipo mule baba isunkanya kaino kutaginga abantu kuyishibisha abantu n'okukita invite abantu abengi pakutira tule mfaira chapamo ichalo tesu cha Zambia nga twalolesha ubufufu ntungu bule titikamo nga twalolesha ubwafyo bule pitingana mu kyalo tesu cha Zambia tuleba basakamananga nshi apakalamba pantu chimfulunganya mu kyalo tesu cha Zambia kyakiramo ichimfulumfulu kyakiramo ichimfundinkanya kyakiramo okubika pofye nakapowe mu kyalo tesu cha Zambia natotera mukwayepo n'abalambale naperesha.
Natotela, thank you. So we have 5 topics today, Mama. I hope Mwachila Nkonka. The first topic, Yaba Kasonde Mwenda. And my question is to Zambia police, why they didn't provide escort to Kasonde Mwenda, because they have been providing escort to Miles Sampa. They have been providing escort to, is it Akafumba, the person who is a permanent secretary but actively involved in politics. And for respect of the law, I think Mr. Akafunda should, whatever his name is, Akafumba should step down and become a politician. He cannot be a permanent secretary and then be involved in active politics. I have moved on to point 2 of the Zambian opposition. Now, I want to remind the Zambian opposition, to say, Zambia opposition, you are the gatekeepers, or you are the checkers of any ruling government as opposition. Inshto yenu yaba opposition, your job is to oppose. That's why you are called opposition. So the job of all these opposition political parties, the job is to oppose the current government and offer checks and balances to ensure that whatever the government is doing, they are offering best services and best decisions for Zambians. Zambians should benefit, basically. So in Chitoyama opposition is to make sure that this government do what they are supposed to do accordingly. Now we have a problem in Zambia today. This is my main topic of opposition. This is my main topic. And why I want to talk about opposition is because we have seen that the UPND government is using the old trick in the book, which has been used by many tyrants and many dictators in the world, such as Avena Mussolini, Avena Hitler, you know, where they use the method of divide and rule, divide and conquer. And because in Zambia we have got so many people who are vying to be president, the New Dawn government has realized this fact, and they are going in to divide these opposition presidents. Anyone who's speaking, they are conquering them. If they are a weak link, they are being sucked in as an agent of the New Dawn instead of these political party presidents to stand for Zambians. They are standing for an oppressive government. Now, I want to call out all these presidents, the opposition presidents, but Dr. Nebas Mumba, Bashon Tembo, Madam Saboy Imboela, Madam Nawakwi, Madam Hari Kalaba, Madam Freddie Membe, and then the Bachanda. There are too many presidents for me to remember, but we all know them. I am actually appealing to all opposition presidents to unite and hold this government accountable. Because if these opposition presidents continue standing on their own and advocating, trying to be a president, at the end of it all, they are all going to be infiltrated by the ruling government, and they are going to be agents of New Dawn. In the end, we are not going to have opposition in Zambia. And I am going to call out by Dr. Nevas Mumba, but I'm calling out by Dr. Nevas Mumba because by Dr. Nevas Mumba has a long history of a political career or involvement or experience in Zambia, starting from MMD. But Nevas Mumba was actually at one point a vice president of Zambia. Now, Barnabas Mumba as a vice president of Zambia, what have you shown? What have you done to improve the lives of Zambians? And I can say here it's not a secret that Vaneva Smumba has sold the MMD party to the UPND party. So the MMD party is right now is just a shell. There is no presidency because we know that Dr. Nevas Mumba is an operative of the UPND government, which is wrong. Somebody has to condemn this. You opposition members, your role is not to kumfuana na our ruling government. Once you are opposition, mwamba kuma na akapi na our ruling government, you are no longer opposition. You are part of the ruling government. So me, I would just like, in my own humble opinion, to ask about Dr. Nevas Mumba to actually step down from MMD and join UPND officially. Because there is no way he is working hand in hand with a government that is oppressing people. If UPND was doing the right thing, I would support the union of Nevas Mumba supporting the UPND government. But the Dr. Nevas Mumba, what he's doing, he is not supposed to be a president for MMD. He is eating double standards. You can't be president of one of the largest political parties and then support an oppressive government of UPND. So I am calling upon you, Nevas Mumba. There are so many scandals that you were involved in before UPND came. In MMD, there was a scandal which a lot of people don't know about because majority of the Zambian population, you are millennials, Muriba youth, and you need to be educated. You need to do a background check on Nevas Mumba and what he has done for Zambia and the scandals he's involved in. And right now, Dr. Nevas Mumba is involved in a scandal to kill democracy in Zambia because he's an agent of the current ruling government. So besides by Dr. Nevas Mumba, we here at Ubuntu, we want to invite all opposition presidents to come on Ubuntu and let us talk a message of patriotism. If you are a well-meaning Zambia, be patriotic to save Zambia. And which brings me to the next topic, because we all Zambians need to be patriotic, because what the new Dawn government is selling Zambia to the highest bidder, to foreigners. The new Dawn government is selling Zambia to foreigners, and I am saying this because today I woke up to a news to say the Mpika mine, which was burnt by soldiers or police, has now been sold to a Canadian investor. This government, they campaigned on it. We are going to give young youth licenses to mine, and we shall be empowered. But upon ascending to power, we have seen continued selling of mines to foreigners. The latest news is this Mpika mine has been sold to Canadian investors. Kasonde gold mine, we don't know who's operating it. The Chingola disaster, ukukuli disaster ku Chingola, the new Dawn government were claiming that there's a disaster there. They are resolving problems to sell that mine. Meanwhile, New Dawn has been illegally mining in that Chingola mine for 2 years and pocketing the money. So all the money that has been going on, mining that has been going on in Chingola, we don't know who owns that mine. And I would like to challenge the government to tell us who owns the Chingola mine, because they have stolen money from Zambian people. This thing of owning mines, you and as politicians, and giving mines to foreigners is a theft. I am saying it is theft because even in the Bible, we know that land is a birthright for any citizens. Me here as Pumulos Tumbeko, I cannot claim land here in America. They cannot give me. I cannot go to London and claim land because it is the birthright of the owners of the land. Every person in the world Every region in the world has its own people, and the people of that land, their birthright is the land where they were born, the land of their ancestors. Now, which is disturbing to me is like, since MMD to PF to New Dawn, these Zambian leaders and politicians have continued to take away the birthright of Zambians by selling land to foreigners and to themselves, privatizing mines and selling these mines to themselves and to private business people and private foreigners, denying Zambians of their birthright. And I would like to say here that all the wars, inkondo shonse shirechitika muchalo, shirechitika mulandu wa land, kuyuka reni balendwa, nishi balendwila, they are fighting for land. Ku Gaza Strip, balelwa, why are they fighting in Gaza Strip? Kuma Israel doko. Echo balelwa, nishi ni land. So, I am here to say that in New Dawn, you are setting up with Chalo kubati muke sebe nkondo. Because abana besu, be it 50 years or 100 years from now, they will say this is our birthright. And they will chase away these foreigners who muleshtisha land. Taparuleshta incite violence pano. We are just saying the truth. Because kuyokuyu kareni balerwa. Echo balerwira chish ni land. Koku Somalia kwa dibenkondo ni land. In Congo na kwena kwa dibenkondo because people have come to take away land of the local people. And you, by New Dawn government, now we know what you're doing because you, New Dawn, your plans, you are only planning for 10 years, you are planning for your lifetime. If you are in the where countries care for the people, they are planning for 30, 50 years in the future. But this New Dawn government, they are planning for 10 years. They are planning for their lifetime. So they don't care what happens when they are dead and gone. They are just planning whatever decision this government is making. They are planning for their lifetime. They don't care about the descendants or the future of Zambians. Because if they did, they would plan for 50, 30 years. And it's really sad. And Mama, I think you can come in and chip in before we proceed. Thank you.
Na totela sana wa mama pumulos tumbeko. Pamulandu wa kutila na ine na kwa toku mfuila pona fimbi. Ifyo nshaunfu hapo ukutila maini ya kumukushi na bashitisha. Elo kabiri na mfuila pona fimbi. Echi na chilanda mwe bantu bonse mwe bali apa okutila umumuli inganda ya mafunde mwali bokumfu efintu fatatu aishiba. Kanshi na tukwata bamayo bapumulo stumbeko abakwete shuko ili akulapokelela ama information ukufuma mukatika butungulushi bwabo emule fuma ama information ukutumila bamama pumulo stumbeko atumfwe ni vile kitika so na info etulesa mukufyumfuila apapene nga twaisa pa media kanshi na pamashiwa yalanda bapumulo stumbeko na lalanda kopeli ashili abatata ba Kasonde mwenda umwana umwe umeifwe ngakulatula muitati mufyashi batini so kanshi ukukumwa kwa bakasonde mwenda takwali kwa bufiyo kwali kwa chini ine ile bapumile bakasonde mwenda na limile na makasa yandi ukuyamo na bakasonde mwenda ife babapumine na ba secretary general babo ba secretary general babo na pano pene ndela ndama tutale umfuikisha na yakoma kumapi elo kabiri na bakwata na video kaili bali abachira ataki bakabena Kasonde mwenda taba ishibya ati video ile kana bika kamera ile kopa motoka so bali bakopa bonse so ichilesa kabika chakwe bati nga chakwe bati kulebe fya musango oyo bantu bakapokola eba sopo mutende wa bantu bakapokola sopeni mitende sha bantu echo mwabera ko kusopo mutende wa bantu ukuma te solution ukuma te solution nalabweke sharp ukuma te solution iyo ififya kwati mule pirikira abantu mule Roma FDF ya Kenya be na Zambia mu PF amashwina alaso sama amapumulo Stumbeko yakutila ubu bwafya bonse nalala ndo mufuma chumi kwa bulo kupita mumbali ubu bwafya bonse bule chitikanga chakubati tatuposere kwa manu lelo tukaisanga muri mwamoneni pantu ichimemba chinanda chipakoma ilanondo nishipali ubulema pakoma ilanondo nishipali ubulema nga mwamufu abantu balelanda pa chintu chimo chini nishimwishi wetu na kuchikota problem bamayo wapumulo Stumbeko baikatana kuma opposition parties imwe ba opposition bakateka tu South Sunday bakateka sate mu kyalo kya Zambia oli apati ne bakateka mulelwiro mupando libe kyalo kya Zambia kirebunda mukateka bani mulelwiro mupando ikyalo kya Zambia muri finfulunganya muri chimfundinkanya muri chimfulumfulu muri mfwa muri nsala muri akapowe poverty mukateka bani inecho ndemo na kwati bonse ibuba opposition party bali biro akafifi akalafia kalembo buchinga nesikushawila because ngefine fya chanda ba mama pumulo Stumbeko imwe muabela ko ukula sopo mtende wa government ya leteka ama checks and balances epo alufyanya mwalanda timwalufyanya epo bawamya mwalanda timwawamya nomba ibo ba opposition sate chira muntu mulolela bakateka nga bayo kuntu nga bagwero mwapangeriashi muri bantu bamusango shani mwebo muchalo muri chimfundinkanya ichakulefi emu mwala ende emirongo kwati nibankala mwe mirongo fulu mulende emirongo instead mweba ume babule nshindo mulande pafile chitika mu Zambia mulelo nena baka inde babweleko imwe mone ichicha chitike kuchingola example mpanga baka inde tabali muchalo imwe ba opposition tamulina ko mule yakitafya ma pornography ma guest house enchito mkwete bashitata ba Zambia mulenjerera ko mushere mule yakitama porno ma guest house instead ukuya kuli ubwati Zambia na ibuni ba opposition party imeni wombeleni chapamo be united muitampa pali inoshita Zambia epo yafika muyamba nokulanda tiyo enewo president president mkesa mufunya 2026 pano nomba wombeleni chalo chabunda Zambia yaonaika Zambia naonaika Zambia nga mwabu ukoruchero kwa isefi nga mwabu ukoruchero yeka mabwerela numa fya balanda tubuya numa bweka Zambia taire yobuya ntanshi 5 years from now Zambia ikasanguke chibolya ati kuchibolya kwali batata lero kwalira koni efyo ikasanguka Zambia ikaba chibolya na isa kumulandu wa land issue ya chilanda bamayo bapumulo Stumbeko mama bapumulo Stumbeko uyu mulandu wa land njimba chila bushiku nani beba ume babule nshindo mchalo cha Zambia kutila imwe mweba ume babule nshindo na mimi sana kwa tamu abamafupa ngamwa ya kusenego kulya bushe kusenego kutiba ya kupela mining license wamba no kwimba oluwe wa msenego imwe mweba ume ba Zambia kapendeni bashitata aba msenego aba upana aba nakashwa msenego aba basettled msenego aba kwata na ma companies msenego aba kwata na ma mining license msenego kabapendeni nibanga imwe mweba ume ba Zambia imwe mweba ume babule nshindo chiteni challenge mweba ume bakulira kabunga ka 300 kwati ulenilile obunga omuchinese aletunta amasujira itema tracks ulenilile obunga ama indians baletunta amasujira itema gold nama emerald mulenilile akabunga ka 300 eko naine mukamfiri wanshita chira bushiku namuli abotolo tufuma pamaba nama newspaper ubunga ama Chinese bali pamaini baletunta oluwe ama sene bali pamaini baletunta oluwe ama Chinese bali pa God baletunta oluwe imwe muli mutu muma boss beer of lost souls ubwalwa babambula mano beer of lost souls ubwalwa babuyanuma inchito mwakwata imwe bashitata nga wakwata nango akapia pyaka nono kuya mkutokota abayiche ma guest house ngafile patile udia tata uya pata pa window
Chansoni sana
ala ndemye chine ebu aume bwenu nga wakwata akapia kanono ini shinomba ishwe myoto kawakwata shakutokotera mwabayichi
imagine
ilione chitobu wale mu guest house ni shama Chinese baletunta omukuba bamwenye baletunta omukuba na filala mukesa iruka ni Zambia bamishile filindi fieka imwe mwe
ma Chinese ni shibadisha nabakashi kufyalo fyabo baisa mukubomba mukupa game pia
baisa kuno no kutokota efya nakashifyeru fina chancellor tafia kwata bene bonse bene imwe mweba umeba Mzambia can you go to India imwe bashitata ba Mzambia kuti mwaya ku India mwaya upa mwenye na wedding mwapisha babipira na mali mwandi babipira na mining license mwaikala na mu India imwe mweba umeba Mzambia how many Zambian men do we have in India ni mwabamo banga mu India ipusheni ma ambassador baba ku India ngakuti bakuleka waya iyo ine same day bale kuputula ko mtu akuti bakusula ko mtu imwe mweba umeba Mzambia kuti pa Congo fya papele pa Congo kuti waya chita kwaya land pa Congo imwe mweba umeba Mzambia can you go to Congo bakupea 20,000 hectares baliaba ume bapa Congo bale kususula bale kuletera babere rouge na bakaboke bala isa bakususuyo omuntu obushikubweka tawaka bwere Mzambia nempanga bapoke nani wamilo okubefimpo bosa alchine kwela ina nani papa alchine fye imwe mweba ume balelo nga nimwe mwali kwa bakaunda balepoke chalo nga tamwapokele chalo imwe mweba nga nimwe mwaliko lilya bakaunda na bena Simon Mwansaka pwepwe na bena hali Mwanga Nkumbula nga tamwapokele chalo ukulamirira masukupa mu baleri bawe osi yenu baiba n'abana kashibenu muna mwikala nwi mulelilo obunga akabunga nokusenda otwaiche ma guest house enchito fe mwaishiba ati babebi ateba tokota baichi lesa na wale michita expose icha chitokote ba chita expose chapa tapa window iyo kwena ila nishu mkaleto olwa isulo mushi obushiko abana besu bakeru kati umwina Zambia onsomwa na wesunga kwanya 21 years ali ba entitled kukwata land muchalo chako mwafyaliwa so pamula ndwokana ishibe nsambu abe na Zambia bonse bali bekala pansambu shabo
nawe mama ichabipako mama chakwe bati abayishi bensambusha abantu instead bafuirisha abantu ebali number 1 kunyansirira abantu
ine mama for the first time mama okutashapo omuntu na lata show you in Edith na wapi. Sorry. Ba minister of what? Ba health minister ni banani? Ba health minister. Ba Sylvia Masebo na Natasha. Ba Sylvia ba ile kuya kunani yabo constituency yabo. Uko basangire landi batukuta n'abakana batokota n'abatokota Mpanga. Elo bayabe bati no umuntu nga nayikala 50 years paliland nangu 5 years nangu 2 years icha kuchitaimwe bakanso kwisa mulembera CH paper ati kalipia kanso nilandi yobe noti mulele tapo bamuisa balikanya basivya byabishiku muapuka sana abantu Impanga kuno kumwandi kuno nipokelera report bwese sheni abantu Impanga icho mufiri okuchita mufire fye mufiyo kubalangirira ngatashwe fya insambusha kwesha kupoka landi mwafirisha kwa ya kukanso first time ukumfwa amashwa yasuma kuri Basivya Masebo apa awama twa mitasha mayo apa abipa nami voto la mayo so pa yamayo na mubomba ukuyalwira abana benu muri am constituency mayo Basivya Masebo yali amashwi mwachilanda mayo na yante no mutima pantu efse tufwaya na mama Pumulo stumbeko ni bana mayo kuimini na kwa balanda bala bashayishi bensambushabo fije muchitire kulia mayo na muchitabwino ukukolonga nika abantu nokubeba kwati wese sheni abene landi abayikire pwenchi kwishingi onzo waisa panchende ya mtu waikire pwemya keingi muwese sheni taito waisa baye mupaba mupere kumbi muititikisha abantu mayo mwabombeni so ino Zambia ino na mushitisha 90% of our Zambian land has gone to foreigners. Zimaba puti. Bakatete mwenda mwalimwa. Takwali muno muchalo cha Zambia uko bakaunda bashitishe land. Abene balwiri omuntungwa. Imwe bakatete mwenda mwalimwa baputi bamapiete. Mwaisa shongweshe chalo na mwishwecho mukaleta muchalo. Ishinkondo nga vyevya chilanga ba mama Pumulo stumbeko ku Israel balelwa mwira bati balelwire ishi balelwira land nga mwaibu kishaile inkonda ku Germany bali abafumile mu Germany aba kwali abena Hitler na Mussolini aba butwike bali baya basuri na kwa kapanga ku Israel kuri amuleberega ma history ero nomba bena lile bapoka ile Mpanga no babayikatirira chabo na bena abene bayisayiruka bebe Mpanga Yesu tiye tamwaikale mu muno ababa no bushikuba kesayiruka mukapele kufya kaloto atu twala pa wingi tona una fatule nieba kofi na alikwebele tabula ifitule chita tukashila abana besu imiti kula Mpanga obwafya mukepa ishaba na pakutila tupokolole Yesu imwe mwa Zambia nzimo mwa ba mamno ilili ashimuletelela nkali fyo mutwe mwabula na block making inchito shaba na besu mu Zambia mwayabula marabaniz all the way from Lebanon baisa mu Zambia baisa mkutama ma block abana besu inchito bakabomba inchito nshi bali amare banis bafuma kufiala kumwabo baba pela maloni ayabula ma conditions ya tanina epina ya konkapo kabombeni mukalete mufialo fyaba danda head na Zambia mufialo fyaba brainwashed mufialo fyaba buyanuma kabiye ni mukufibombela pakuti mule tuntolu pia mule leta kulo
na mwisho efana tumfalelo mama efana chumfalelo mama no kweba china maloni yandi baba pera na Muzambia omumwine we wasi tanga ine mwine wa chalo son or child of the soil bala tutana maloni but babula safi ne bachita loni ile ya kukabwe ndola road ile loni ya PP bapera ma Chinese babule mpya bapera ma Chinese kukulo Musebo na ku DBZ na kwena tibale bule mpya bale pera ma foreigners amaloni balepela wa kutenga ndanga afika fe bamupela efichitika mu Zambia
nomba bashakwata koratro bakabombeshi ushikwete koratro nangu ushasambirira akapoka shamiloni panto maloni yabako yabantu basambirira ayama CDF mama nga balapela maloni ine mama chikabonekanga nalipoka bapelela kwi yapitira kwi
At
amaloni
CDF, yeah, you are connected to State House. There is a word they are using. At State House controls CDF. So ishinali owenga taliliko kulia ku State House. Yolo uchite apply CDF taya for me. CDF is working under directions of the State House. Ngabalefa yaba bese pano. Efa tulelanda pano filipa social media. So ngabale tali kabale isate mkutwebe chachini. Elo bela bepo bufikwati ba Jack mwimbufi ya bachita. Umuntu n'abamuma n'abamupola ulati bufita mamumine.
ubufi mayo bwalikwata molwa epi ubufi bwalikwata molwa epi ubufi fye bonse bwalikwata molwa epi tayakwata pwa molwa yatali bale chenjera n'obufi mama achira nkalipa sana ukumona marebanizi baleta mama block elo abata mama block bana amarebanizi baleta mama officers balependa fyolu pia abana besu graduates from University of Zambia nechisungu tabasambirira babantu n'amachinese tabayishiba nechisungu n'amaseneta basambirira ichisungu n'abakompyuta babombera abana besu mu Zambia uwaniro wakafifi nani inena mweni ati mwala charivo kwa ma license efyo na mweni ati mwala charivo kwa ma license ya marebanizi bayimkutamina ma blocks kumwako munebula ma title deed yukupera bamuisa 99 years title deed 99 years title kupera umuforena 99 years title instead mubabike police after 2 years kulipira abene bamushiri imwe ku Germany umushiri barashitisha mu shops teti uye wimbero bechimbe imbe bakuleke kwali ba shop ya mushiri weka soyo barashitisha iyo ba kwena bali tulo adanda head ba brainwash umushiri barashitisha ku Germany teti wakusanyole imbero babakuleke who are you lesali de kokupange fyalo imwe ba brainwashed imwe ba danda head babuyanu maunfweni lekeni nande mama imwe lekeni mye ba brainwashed ba danda head mwefi nkubyu imwe mwefi nkubyu lesali de kokupange kyalo takapange poli Zambia lesali akanya abantu kila kyalo n'abantu bakwe abula Kongo apera kuma Kongolizi abula Zambia apera kuri ifwe aposa mone fitundu ifya kuba mu Zambia aposa mona ma natural resources abana benu abanenu mfwe ni miele aba ume ba ku Senegal all the way from Senegal tabasambirira babula fema batampo kumona bebele mu Zambia mu aba brainwashed na tule yatuye tupibire mweba ume ba Mzambia bushekwe na tuli batuntu bushekwe ngana mye batuntu babume babule nshindo kula yiro munga
mwandiri aba ume ba Mzambia unomukuta ba 2026 kufunya kwa aba ume
mutushe kumwe ba ume twala mipoko ufumu ba mipere kuliresa pantu na mufirwa
baleo naula fyonse ko naula fyonse kushitisha pika lesa tupala na maini Mpika gold mine bayisangire nombalime mwabula mwashitisha iyo kwena at 20 kilometers
mama pumula yuko na washitisha
lekeni mberenge atikwe this article ule mbere lekeni mberenge na berenga pepa no mberenge popo na chiberenga ini ili ashiria mine ya kumpiketi
awe ne shakarande pwe suma mwandini Kulisansangula yobo.
Shuwa. Mwandiniza. Ama presidents wa Mozambique shibukeni.
Kulisansangula yobo. Umupina.
Mulenonke shama nani kani? Abasungu bamwise balenonka. Mwandini katwish.
Ndemona abana okufwa mama pumulo stumbeko bali mwiloba. Ilya maini ilya yalasanguka chibolya. Bali abana nga balalala pali abana bali yalasanguka ni cemetery ilya ni manda. Abana bali punch palata tubeshile ni banga. Mufwili okumakinga sure okufunya nefupa byonse nga mulefa yo mutende palya. Mukafunye efupa lyonse ly'abaana palya mukayeshika okulala abantu. Palya nga tamufumisha efupa palya tapaka byowukayapo. Pantushilye enfu ashalikalipa palya. Paka bemipashivi palya.
Well, you know, maini yaine nomba. Ilya maini mama na yaluke manda. Until they dig every bone. Umubiri wonse wafulire pale wafulire bamufunya. Because ngata bamufunisha ilya nomba ni ama maini yayaluka ama burial grounds. Yayaluke manda. Ama Chinese omo mwaleli anabena. Bala kukira kumaini imbi bambyo kushita. Mwaipaisha abana besu. This government has the West. Yalikuwa tomulopa their blood on their hands. Balipaisha sana abantu. Muli 2 years abantu abafirwe mu under this new dawn tuletura nopenda. People who have perished.
Abantu bafamu abakuyikulika kunsala ni bambi. Abalumendo n'abapwa.
Aba balepokera abakashi. Minister oyo akufaire omukashi wobe parasti mulumendo ayipa yafi.
Wisoyo.
Tendi ashiri abako Nelias mwetwa.
Awe ishiri umfuireko mama.
Tamuyo mfuire ashiri abako Nelias mwetwa.
Awe mama ashiri umfuire.
Ala muri amali ashimumushi. Lelo.
Shimikeni.
Bako Nelias mwetwa. Tulelanda pantry pa internet. At there is no smoke without fire.
Are you sure? Church in Balemba, foreigners have taken over most businesses in Zambia after making profit. Demieva, it is a study win.
Nomba bako Nelias mwitwa abo bayipaisha omukashana na picture poidi. Na mama mukopo yo wini omukashana. Omukashana oyo mulume anayikulika suicide. Umulume nayikulika. Ati phone ya mukashano yo wine mwalisangwa message. Mwalisangwa message ya fuminyo kuri bako Nelias mwetwa kuya mukashano yo wine. Elio nomba mukashana na kanati ya message tayari yakwe blue wakwe wabo mfeshe phone ukutumina bako Nelias mwetwa lo bako Nelias mwetwa nabona abakana. Bati ibali mulyashi. So ili ashiria gold mine ulembe ni Chris Zumanizimba, and I'll forward it to you. I'll post this in the comments. Chris Zumanizimba says, if you're a patriotic Zambian, read this. Point number 3. Apart from being rich with gold and other precious minerals, this land is sold to a foreign mining Canadian company, is covering multiple villages, graveyards, farms, while the traditional leaders and the local people were never consulted. Thus, HH is state dealership gesture of both undemocratic and patriotic for sure. So now Ashtisha Achilemba at this December, as we mourn with the Mpika MP, Honorable Francis Kapianga, these people over the HH sale of over 120,000 acres of land around Godrit, Kanyele area in Mpika district to Canadian mining company. Yeah. So paletulelo shabale saina na washitisha 120,000 acres. 120,000 covering imishi graveyard amafamu n'abashitisha patulelanda tulelosha kulya nabantu nefitumbi tabalashikula Kanyale mine bashitisha n'abaposha.
Inena papa.
Bashitisha so again for yo muleta shaba Sylvia bajuko kumpika n'abashitisha landi ama villagers bale batampia so ama mine ama Canadian balais. Echo tulelandira ti ba opposition ikateneni poseni party anyway mupose fya political party mu Zambia pano mbatayakwate n'enchito kabiri ba UPND balifo kutobolola political party n'abeyingira ku registrar so apana political party taikwete enchito. It's Zambia versus UPND government chapo because UPND government eileshtishe chalo elo nga twakuma nga kuli abantu abapala ma snitches abapala ba Dr. Nevas ni ba snitch balya tunomba ba Nevas mumbakube bafya ti ba Nevas just come out in the open and say you are UPND because we know you are not MMD, you are not opposing anything. Kyonse file kitaba ba HH ba Nevas mumba balesuminisha so nishu opposition buli kwisa. Who does that? Mwaya kumpika mushitisha abantu bali kalapala mufire okubapera mataito ya mine balabe ni abantu balandi ko kwino kukanyere ngala abapera mataito ya land baba rich. That's how the people become rich. Kuma Dubai uko bali sangire oil. How did Dubai become rich? Bali mulile oil ile bakwete bayakana abantu bambokulalira kuma Dubai. Nomba ifwelesa ngatu pala na blessing mwabula mwashisha kuma foreigners. Ni nonsense ya msango shankanshi. Kuma nowe ukonse kufia loko bawina konse. They discovered riches. And when they discovered riches in their land, those riches were shared among the people. Nomba muzambia nga mwata discover ama riches kuya mkushitisha kudi wa mwisa. Elia shibyo mama.
Nena papa. Nena papa mama.
So apamwachina tashaba masebo ni mukamwa mukokwele because kumpi koko balelira n'aba bapoka 120,000 acres kwangala.
Nomba okay nga chile chitike your question yandi yala abati ni nshifu mushirikwi
Actually, they just did it without consulting. Tabaile ipusha nemfumu. By the transaction uko kwine kulusaka ku Ministry of Lands va sign a fiance. Everyone is being overlooked. Ma?
Abena Mpika nishi balikwi.
If often government kabiri effort where to watching into there is no way. Effort and the abuse of office. Mwamuna milandu shonse shefa tulenda tiba new don. Onse ole saine shimilandu mukesa kakwa. tetumubule mpanga sh'abantu baaliikalapo mwakira tasha masebo abantu baaliikatapo more than 50 years mwabula mwakitisha land kuma Canada because pali copper pali gold amazambian bakawina shani kumwini lungoko apasangwire gold mwalitantisha abantu. It was an opportunity for you.
So isho kalanze kule kai aho tachiwe memami mwanjini njiji iliyo ya shinishi kuti na ipushati isha mfumu bali kwi bantu takuru muntu wira
consult mama tamumfide nalami tumina article they were not consulted.
So ngatabali consulted
kwikala kulusaka kulya kwine bao bati saina bashitisha.
So nishabe na Mpika bafwiri okwima apasweka abe na Mpika bafwiri okwima beikala tondolo mama yo
kwena watya mukyalo. That's why we have our opposition yapa kwikatana.
Bomba mwabula abena Zambia abene bakyalo mwabaposa mwabatanfya ero mwaya abula abantu bambye bo mwaleta instead mubiki abena Zambia kuntanshi mama bami pushe question apa mama kuli bagome but the question is, where is the government taking the money? They are selling the land. Zambians are suffering.
Wafyo bobwine bakozon ni bakazon kimashori bishori kiri shori ifipinde nombala esaleba sebe because chingola mine atiyo kuchingola tatwimba kwali bemilandu but babula mine. We need to know the 3 people who own that chingola mine. Babula mine aba bantu batatu ebale imba kopa kuchingola na ma Chinese baleria nomba lesa kulya bayipaisha mu abana kuchingola kuli mine yana yaluka graveyard abakaya ingira mu mukwimba mulya muli fitumbi by'abantu. This government has more blood on its hands than any government because bayishire as holy angels bayishire nga abangeri kashimayo arature mwena na ikosa ero nomba bali busy mu sex scandal ali mwana minister uli aumbya letoloka mu rumu bwamba n'abamukopa minister maholi angels yabo umbi uyo minister naye nali mu scandal mwa na ipa is Cornelius Mwetwa is mentioned in a suicide scandal. Uliana ena nshamulumbule video yakwe minister aleshano obwamba abantu balechula muchalo mwekero kula celebrate because nothing you want. Mulimuma sex scandals, death scandals. Ni problem. Chami pesha mano mayo.
Awe champe shamano. Ine champe shamano mama pamulando wako bati tukashaba na mugwafya. Abana bakafuyi bakatampa okufayo kulwira efintu fyabo. Mama tukashaba na mugwafya. ero bonse abalekitefyo bakabutuka
Chachine mama bakabutuka because mumoni amaplan yabo yali muri 8 years 10 years they are just planning in their lifetime mwamona epa kuishibira ati amaplan yabo bakabutuka they don't mean well because umuntu ulechita mean well kuchita plan kuntanchifira. As a parent you have to leave your children with something mwamona wasambirisha abana bobe kwebati bakese mkuyisunga. You know, you build your house pako bati abana bobe nga wafwa bekesa lala pansi olo wasambirisha abana bobe pakuti abana bobe nga wafwa nabakwate tya kusurvive without you. But this government, the wealthy impye twakwata mchalo, they don't plan. Kwali wama SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals by the UN, where the UN has put all these protocols and policies requiring governments to end poverty in their countries by 2030. Are we doing all those in Zambia? Zero. Kuno chalidira kuno ma SDGs ayo nopo ole pita ponse bale kula upgrading affordable housing shelter ifukula bale tuwolola mayanda bale kula. But Kuzambe, do we see any plan for sustainable development goals to end poverty? Because that is a United Nations program. How are they going to end poverty? Khamin Raka Monica Kadikonsiba Posha, Kuma foreigners. They are setting up Ingondo Muchalo because Abana Besubake Saima and no one is inciting violence here. If Reshika Kuyurukani, Kuyu Kareni, Fish Valerida, Niland, Kugaza Shabalerida, Niland. So abana besu nabo sooner or later ababantu muleshitisha land bakesa abatamtya. So as we are just telling you to do the right thing, let us avoid kuleta ma problem muchalo. Just do the right thing. Mwalila ile abana mukapela abana ma license bakesa mukwimba. Pele ni abana ma license and then they can contract foreigners as consultants.
Au wafya mama. Wafya mama.
It's true, but man, it avoid the amount. No, but 2026 kwalepa. Tukashala nefinshi. Mutwendi apa nomba balechita apa amoneka ko ati abantu kuti bapusukira po bashitisha. Bala ishitisha fyabene using ama foreigners. Nabena nabakwata mwa shares. Privatization reloaded. Ala tulenya tulera pili.
Variranda kuti vafimbo po. Au wafya mama. Au ili ashirika liwe mena mfepa nono mama. Chondeda waba opposition. Nukula luile chipuna. Ifile chitiko bukuru Mzambia shwe mwa opposition. Ifile chitiko wingi ba opposition imwe. Nulelu mpando ile lewo president. Ile lewo ukesa chitenshi. Nga wasanga landi yose tapali. Ukesa chitenshi nga wasange misepela bengira bapoku fuka tekenshi. Arande mieva. Awe chachini akafifi balaloa. Nale muna kwati akafifi tawaloa balaloa. Na baloa akafifi. Eloa baloa taba bwino. Mukali. Akafifi no la mone file tikika. Na matwi. Pantu akafifi kala shinka na matwi. nachivipa ha aweli ashitaliwe mema
120,000 acres baposha amakanediani elo awo mwandi ninganayiwina northern province yo tukesafipoka leshibe fyati tukafipoka it will come back kuisafikazi. Who did they consult? 120,000 acres kushitisha bapera makanedian but kwena
tachine
Filipa
no
internet abantu bonse balekomenta
infumu chakuya chalaikala tondolo
elo baishi bati nabana elo nyuzi ilikingire elo baishiba bali bapita kumbali 120,000 imagine 120,000 nani watulo wamwelesa was created. Okay, mama. Thank you guys for watching. Follow, like, share page. We'll be here tomorrow to chat what's going on. Otherwise, God bless you. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you. Bakalameta mwandini mulechita share information here abantu beshi befire ekitika. That's why bali clampa page yandiri apali abantu abengi, but still more people are news travels. News ile nanangu ba clampa page ya tapali fyo basolve because we won't stop. Yeah. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Bye.